The reason for this is because if my magic skill is maxed out, I'll have to spend a lot less time backtracking to mana circles in order to recharge my magic. Plus I'll be able to show off all the nifty spells that Stonekeep has to offer. Now the thing with the Firebolt rune is that it doesn't matter whether it strikes an enemy or a destructible object or just a wall, it will always count as a solid hit, which means that it provides you with a bit of experience. So basically you can just keep shooting the walls and your magic skill will gradually increase. So, as I've shown you, I have 5 points of magic, I am completely powered up, ready to head into the sewers and face whatever horror awaits me there. I'm now completely done on this level, so I won't have to come back here. And I can take a few shortcuts through the illusionary walls to save time. I playtested this level several times before I actually did this recording, and one complete recording of this level, which was an hour and a half long, I totally scrapped because I did more backtracking between this level and the sewers, and it was pretty annoying. I've tried to find the most efficient route to take for this level, and that's this one. This arm of the sewers is filled not with charges, but with snakes. Water snakes to be exact, and they are very annoying. I am very happy to have magic with me this time. Last time I played this level I was dealing with them with arrows and melee weapons, and it's not fun. You get poisoned all the time, these snakes pop out of nowhere and will respawn gradually. Oh, this is so nice. I'm a little paranoid in the sewers because of these water snakes. Also, this arm of the sewers is filled more with winding corridors instead of the long paths that the Sharga arm of the sewers had. The sewers are really big enough to count as a level on its own. But the reason I did the level 2 and the sewers in one video is basically because you have to travel back and forth between them. And in my play experience, they really just make up one level together. Oh, I hear the soft pitter-patter of snake feet. So many snakes. As you can see, if you fire off a magic spell when the snake is really close to you, you actually take some damage yourself. This is because the firebolts cause a bit of splash damage, which reflects back on you, unfortunately. And the power 2 rune doesn't really help at that. Wow, that's a lot of snakes. Oh, and this is not a good idea. Yeah, poison. I'd better have a few drinks to take care of myself. As you can see, the green gem on the rune staff gradually darkens as the amount of mana you have decreases. You can also check in the mirror just how many mana points your rune staff still has. At the end of this winding corridor is an inconspicuous tile which will spawn new snakes after you kill them. And on the ground here I find a bag to hold my throwing darts. You can put that in your hand and then just throw darts without having to manually select them from your inventory. It's absolutely useless and I'm not going to use it at all, just like the stone bag. Well, my rune staff ran out of charges, so I have no choice but to switch to melee weapons. Not fun. Luckily, I've nearly dealt with all the snakes I find here. dead end over here. A little way back, and there's a side corridor. Over here, there luckily are no snakes. Unfortunately, there is something else. Underwater slime. Slightly worse than regular slime, especially because they deal you some extraordinarily hard slaps. Since they're underwater like this, it is pretty much impossible to throw stuff at them. Melee weapons are pretty much your only choice. I'd better use a dagger because this axe is really not very good against them. Oh! And we find the second cylinder, which is exactly what we need to drain the sewers. Awesome. And at the end of this corridor, I find a hidden mana circle under the water. Awesome. Now I can heal Farley and myself. And then recharge the staff again, so I'll be able to use some fire magic again. See if there's any more slimes left. I hear them. Yep, there they are. Unfortunately, it's still impossible to hit them with the firebolts. Ooh, it's like 3 of them. Oh no. Firebolts are actually connecting. Pretty cool. At least these slimes do not respawn. And it's gonna be a while before the snakes start respawning. Let's just heal myself up a bit more. I'm not gonna go back to the mana circle just yet. For now, let's head back into the main corridor. I have the cylinder, so I'm pretty much done in this arm of the sewers. I can go upstairs and insert it into the mechanism and drain the sewers. Oh, looks like not all of the snakes are dead just yet. Forget him. Now, I mentioned earlier that putting the first cylinder into the mechanism above and activating it caused a doorway to open between the 2 arms of the sewers. Oh. Before I head upstairs, I'm just gonna check what's in that little area between the sewers. This corridor leads into the other arm of the sewers. But there is something in here. Something pretty unpleasant. And there it is. Oh dear. This is a tentacle beast. Ugh. It's an... Jesus. It's an extremely strong enemy. Deals a shitload of damage and can take even more punishment. I'm absolutely not going to take it on while there's still water in the sewers, because draining the sewers will actually make it a lot weaker and easier to fight. Much as I might try, there is no way to convey in this LP just how scary it is when you first go into the sewers and are ambushed by that tentacle beast. I can't say exactly, but I'm pretty sure me and my brother both screamed the first time we saw that. Better refill my wineskin. And let's go insert the second cylinder into the mechanism. Ah, what a relief. Right. The sewers have been drained. Let's go downstairs again and see how things have changed. Ah, this is so much nicer. At least now the water snakes can't ambush you as easily. And if there's anything left lying on the ground, you can see it. I'm gonna do a quick walk through the area that I've already visited, just to make sure I haven't left anything lying on the ground. I'm actually rather lucky because it appears that the snakes have not respawned at all just yet. Huh, one dart. That was worth it. Draining it of water has also made it much easier to see where all the side corridors are.
These must be the remains of those who tried to flee Stonekeep.
Oh. Oh, another hammer. Don't really need it, but I'll bring it along anyway. I shall break these men's bones to commemorate them. This also gives me a chance to visit that mana circle again. Plenty of skulls in this part of the sewers as well. Cool, now we're fully recharged to face that tentacle beast with our fire bolts. Helmet. Really don't need it. For once, I'll try to overcome my inner pack rat and just leave it where it is. Okay, doesn't look like I really missed anything in here. Except for yet another skull. I don't think there's any more delaying it. Time to go see what that tentacled thing looks like out of the water. I can tell you now, it's not going to be a pretty sight. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Nothing in here. Rune staff out. Those who are about to die and all of that. Oh, I can hear it. Oh, Christ. It's said to follow a certain path, so there are some tiles that I can flee to if I want. And I'm gonna have to take out all 3 of its tentacles before it'll even start thinking about dying. Well, blasting it with magic isn't that fun, so I'm gonna take it on with the melee weapons first. This was a bad idea. Oh, well, there goes another one of its tentacles. Well, this isn't too bad. Oh, God, it's disgusting. Yeah, here's the thing. After you take off all of its tentacles, it still comes at you with its mouth, and even the body that remains can take a huge amount of damage. So this is not going to be easy. Not to mention the fact that it can still chew off huge chunks of your health. Jesus. her stat increased, but that's not really important right now. Oh, Christ. I think I'm gonna have to take some distance again if I want to survive this. Oh. Oof. This is not going well. Well, my wineskin is empty. Time to go for the roots again. Jeez. Can you imagine that this fight would be even tougher if I hadn't drained the sewers? Alright, let's hit it with some more magic. It doesn't seem to be doing much. I don't hear it screaming or anything, so I don't think this magic is actually working against his body. It did quite a job on his tentacles, but the rest of him seems to be fireproof. Oh, God. Okay. Let's see how he deals with some arrows to the face. I think that one missed. Aha! That which is dead can eternally lie, apparently. And this fellow drops a little silver dragon statue. Remember that scroll I found on the first level that mentioned a silver dragon statuette? Also remember that Wahuka talked about the key of the Underlands? Well, that's this thing. Cool, we've now effectively killed everything in the sewers. Of course, until the snakes start respawning. Before I leave the sewers though, I want to at least check out the Shargo wing and make sure I haven't dropped anything useful. Plus, there is one more thing I need to do something with. Wahuka's triangle key. Still haven't found a lock that fits that yet. Well, I haven't left anything behind here. I'm so happy to be done with that tentacle beast. Nope, looks like I left a couple of arrows behind. Now, remember that little side corridor? Where I couldn't find anything because of the water? Well, turns out there was a chest beneath the water level. A chest with a triangular lock. Yep, the triangular key fits on it. And inside I find a fire dagger, a scroll,
Shrink rune. Target is shrunk.
with a new rune to use, which I'll save for the next level, and an oil bottle. And a second oil bottle. Now, remember when Wahuka said that he was giving us the key to our future? Well, he wasn't exactly lying, but it's going to be a very long time until that comment pays off. In fact, it's going to be almost the end of the game when it does. For now, just try to keep it in mind. We'll see what the effects of the shrink rune are in the next level. Oh, I also left the root behind. Might as well eat it right away. Let's roll back a little further to collect more arrows that I left behind. And darts. Well, I think I've just about found everything I left on the ground. So it's time to turn around and head back into the area where I killed the tentacle beast. I'm very happy to be done with this level. Like I said, the sewers are not exactly my favorite level in the game, for various reasons. few last things to pick up in this little area. If I can find them again. Yeah. Here we go. A little lost here, looking for an area that I saw before. There it is. Some green mushrooms. Drake can eat these, and they will actually heal poison. Those would have been nice to have when I was dealing with the snakes. Oh well. Sure, there's plenty more chances to get poisoned in the future. Now I just have to find my way out of these sewers. In one of these little alcoves to the side. There we go. Ah, staircase leading up.
Before I was captured, I found the key to this door. Ah, here it is.
And this is how the game ensures that you actually pick up Farley before you leave this level. Unless you have him in your company, you can't actually open this door. So you do have to bring him along, you can't just leave him behind. At the end here we find a dead end and an interesting looking pedestal, which looks like it might fit a certain little statue.
Lo, here is the secret path. Behold, the Underland.
The way to the next level. Alright, I'm done. See you in the next one.